Hi, I'm Anthony from bestbluesguitarlessonsonline.com. In this video we will explore what the second lesson should be as a beginning blues guitarist. And if you haven't watched the video on lesson 1, this is here on the YouTube channel also. There we explored the beginning of what you should know as blues guitarist, and we played this little riff. So in this first video we also talked about 4/4 time signature, shuffle rhythms, straight rhythms and so on. So if you haven't watched this video and you don't know what the straight rhythm and the shuffle rhythm is, it's so important to watch this first. And here in the second lesson we will go deeper and especially further into what to do once you get this under your fingers. I know I play it with a little shuffle rhythm applied here. We can play it straight as well, but the second thing we should learn once you get this all under your finger is to how to play a very important structure in the blues. And I won't give it away just yet, we will talk about it in the video, but here essentially in the first video we played this riff, and now we will play it also one string lower because we need it to form then this important figure. So now I'm picking with the pick here on the 4th and the 3rd string, on the 2 middle strings of the guitar. And as we saw in the first video, it's so important to also practice with the right hand independently, well, with the picking hand, because I don't want to discriminate people who are lefties. So it's important to practice with the picking hand independently. So now I'm playing shuffle rhythm on the 2 middle strings of the guitar. And after we play this, we can practice it again with the fretting, with the fretting hand, yeah. So from the top we're gonna play one measure of this 5 and 4th string, the A and D string, and then one measure of the same riff, but I'm gonna place my fingers lower on the guitar, and we're gonna play it one measure also of the same riff. So this sounds like this. And so it's a good thing to first practice going back and forth from this A and D string to the 2 middle strings. So it's riff 1, then we're playing riff 2, and then we can go back to riff 1, then play riff 2 again. So it would be like. But then we need to take it further and we need to talk about structure, because this really important structure in the blues has a certain set of measures, and it's so popular that you already probably heard it somewhere. It's called the 12-bar structure. And thus the 12-bar structure is just a figure that is played a lot in the blues, consisting out of 12 measures. And we already know how to play one measure of this riff, and in the previous lesson we already played 2 measures of the riff. So now we're gonna play 4 measures of riff 1, and then followed by 2 measures of riff 2. So in total that would add up to 6 measures, so we can already play 50% of the 12-bar structure then. So I will start from the beginning, and it's also important to be able to tap your foot and to count in. This is being called counting in. As a musician, it's really important. So if I'm tapping my foot before playing, I'm gonna tap one measure with the foot, and I'm gonna do this on the tempo that I want to play. And if I want to play with other people, I can use this also, and then I count out loud to 4, and I count in for the other musicians to know on which tempo they need to play. So if I count like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to play then on this tempo. So the beat, the speed that's between the time that's between the beats, it has to always remain at this tempo then. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I count in on a slower tempo, 1, 2, 3, 4, I of course need to then remain playing in this tempo. So again, from the top, I'm gonna play from the beginning. I'm gonna count to 4, and then we're gonna play 6 measures. So the 4 first measures, I'm gonna play riff 1, and then we're gonna play riff 2 on the 2 middle strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the first 6 measures of the 12-bar form that is so essential in blues guitar playing. And if you have any troubles with counting where you are in the progression and knowing when you need to shift to the middle strings, this is normal. That's why it's a good exercise to practice at first, playing the 5th and the 4th string and counting to 4, so you know what one measure feels like. And then counting becomes much easier. But it of course needs to be practiced, and as guitarists often we begin with the guitar, we underestimate the complexity and we underestimate the amount of practice that needs to be done. So if something is hard, sometimes we need to bring down the complexity, like isolating only, so we can practice with one hand only, isolation this is called. But sometimes we just need to practice more, so we need to get more repetitions in of the same thing. So once you get more repetitions of, for example, this, in it will become easier to count while you play. And if you can't count while you play, this is because this thing that we're playing now, the tapping with the foot and the playing with the right hand and the left hand at the same time, it takes up a lot of data in your brain, so to speak. It takes up a lot of brain energy, so it needs to become like an automated thing by practicing a lot. And it takes approximately between 3,000 to 5,000 repetitions before something is building up in the muscle memory. So this is quite a lot, 3,000 to 5,000. So the next time you're practicing, think about this before you're going up and goofing with something else on the guitar. So repetitions are important. So now we've built it up, this 12-bar form, to measure 1 to 6, and then in measure 7 and 8 we're gonna play riff 1 again. So it's pretty easy. So first we're playing riff 1, then from measures 5 and 6 we're playing riff 2 again, and then we're going back to riff 1 again in measure 7 and 8. So for 2 measures. And then we only need to talk about the 4 last measures from the 12-bar form. So I will play again the first 8 measures. You can follow along with the structure, and then we will talk about the last 4 measures of this important 12-bar form. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can hear, I played the shuffle rhythm again now here, whereas in the other moment I was playing the straight rhythms. So just to mix them up again, because it's important to be able to play the straight rhythm and the shuffle rhythm. But let's talk about the last 4 measures from this 12-bar form. And there we're gonna play in measure 9, this riff. It's basically riff 1 again, but now we're playing here on the two thickest strings. So let's call it riff 3. So now we have 3 riffs and we're gonna play them in this 12 bar form. So I measure 9, we're playing this little riff on the thickest string. Riff 3. Then we're gonna play riff 2 again and measure 10. And then in measure 11 and 12, we're gonna play riff 1 again. So now we have riff 3, riff 2, and then riff 1 again for the 2 last measures. So the last 4 bars of our 12 bar figure sounds like this. So the full 12 bar form is completed now. I would say congratulations, because if you're just starting out with this is a big deal if you can play it, and then of course you'll need to practice it and so on. But I will give you the example of how it sounds if you play through the whole thing from top to finish, and then we will talk about some more essential things. So right, this is the 12 bar form, and then we can talk about the tablature from all of this, which can be found at the website. If you haven't downloaded the How to Play Blues Rhythm Guitar like the Masters ebook yet, you need to download it, and I would encourage you to do so, because all of the tablatures from these riffs are there, the chords are in there, so you can follow along everything from this lesson, and even more difficult stuff already is to be found in this essential ebook. And also, if you're not living anywhere near me, I want to take lessons, I want to become a good blues guitarist, I have the Master Blues Guitar Lessons program. It's also on my website, bestbluesguitarlessonsonline.com. And I work with people from all over the world there, and you can check out the program if you really want to build a firm foundation of your guitar playing as a beginner, but also if you're playing for 20 years, because it's a personalized online course. So I build up the course especially for you. It's with videos, tablatures, MP3s. We work on rhythm playing like we were working on in this lesson. We work on lead guitar playing, improvisation, phrasing, technique. You will feel that you grow as a guitarist throughout the course, and since it's all personalized, it will be built specifically for your playing level. That's why it starts with a little questionnaire, so you fill out it at the website. It's bestbluesguitar.com/master-blues-guitar. It's a Master Blues Guitar Lessons program. And if you're interested, fill out the questionnaire, so I know which playing level you are at, what your goals are and frustrations with the guitar, and we build up the program from there step by step.